House is a small-time cocktail waitress in small-town Louisiana, except for her disability. She can read minds. But when Bill Compton walks into her life, she can't hear a word he's thinking. And then one of her coworkers is killed. Maybe having a vampire for a boyfriend isn't such a bright idea. Hi guys, this is Jessica with Chapter Chicks, and I have a book review for you today over Charlaine Harris's Dead Until Dark. And this is the first novel in the Sookie Stackhouse series. It was published May 1st of 2001, and it was published by Ace Trade. So this book got an 89 for me, which is a B, and that was because it was a pretty good book, but it wasn't amazing. So I didn't really feel like it deserved an A, but it did get the highest B that it possibly could get. And basically, I really enjoyed Sookie as a character, and that's why the character portion of the rating got so high, because I really loved the way that we finally had a strong female protagonist. Normally in books, if the protagonist is female, then she's so weak and whiny, and yeah, occasionally she will grow throughout the novel, but they don't start off strong, and there are women who actually do start off strong before they go through something crazy. So it was nice to see that Sookie was a strong character. But the character I didn't really like, I'm afraid to say, is Bill. I mean, I really liked him, but he wasn't like crazy, I immediately fell in love with him kind of thing. But what I did like about Bill was that he was a real vampire. He wasn't the new age kind of vampire that doesn't eat or doesn't drink human blood and can come out in the sun, and really nothing's unique about them except the fact that they're vampires and stuff like that, but you know what I mean. Bill can burn in the sun. Bill sleeps in a coffin at night, and it was really cool to read about a classic vampire, I guess I should say. Charlaine Harris came up with a really unique concept, because normally in vampire novels, it's someone falls in love with a vampire, and the entire conflict is trying to not be discovered about being a vampire, like it's like some big huge secret no one can know. And in Dead Until Dark, the Sookie Stackhouse novels, the Japanese created true blood, which is synthetic blood, and so the vampires came out as the vampires that they were. So the conflict in this book is the fact that people do know about vampires, and it was a really refreshing read, because it was so different than any other vampire story that I have read. So you should not read this book if you are not over 16, because there is mature content in it. It's nothing like, this isn't like an erotica novel or anything like that, but there is mature content, so do not read it if you are not over 16. This was not in the young adult section. This is a sci-fi book, so it's an adult book. But I think anyone over 16 can handle Dead Until Dark, unless you don't want to read about the mature content, and then obviously don't read it. But if you've seen the show, then you know that it is a little on the risque side. And, oh, I don't know if I mentioned that. This is the HBO series True Blood. This is what it's based off of. And so that's really cool. If you like the show, you're definitely going to like the book. And if you didn't like the show, you may or may not still like the book. So I only watched the first couple of episodes of season 1, and I liked it. But I don't know what really goes on after that. And it was really similar to me from what I have seen with what I did read. A lot of it was similar, but there was some major differences too. So that's really all I can say about it. Definitely check it out if you're over 16. At least look into reading it, because you never know, it could be for you, and it could not be. So I am Jessica with Chapter Chicks. This is my review over Charlaine Harris's Dead Until Dark, and this chapter was for you.